everybody. Happy Friday to you. Welcome to Project Joy Live. It's your triple shot of good vibes every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at this 9 a.m. Eastern Time hour. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas. I've got Danielle Valero on the show today coming up here shortly because it is Fun Friday, my friends. And the fun doesn't happen unless Danielle is in the room. I'm just trying to tell y'all, okay? And so we're going to be talking about 90s music today. One of my favorite topics. Coming up. Let me know where you're joining from today and what is bringing you joy this lovely Friday morning. It could be afternoon where you are, though. It's interesting because the Breakthrough Show Network, which is where we're broadcasting Project Joy, has always been a global platform. And so it becomes really interesting when it comes to content and what is going to be included in the things that we do and all of that, because obviously we've also been doing a lot of broadcasting and things around some of the current events that are happening local to me where I am here in southeastern Connecticut. And so I knew when I moved back here, because this is where I grew up, that I wanted to get into more local happenings, if you will. And at first, that started out with a lot of local music. Okay, because I love music. I started listening to a lot of local bands. Don't Tell Lisa, Best of Led Zeppelin, Red Light, Wild Nights. Who else? There's a bunch of local bands and musicians that are absolutely incredible. But I never realized, I never thought that, things would hit the fan, if you will, politically and with a lot of other things locally to me here. And so, and as I shared, some of those things, they're not always joy filled on a platter, right? Like it's not always a fun thing to talk about. It's not always a situation where you go, well, this just makes me so happy and joyful that all of this is happening. But I think, as I've been talking about, there are a lot of things through the process of being an advocate, of speaking out, of speaking your truth that really are joyful. Our ability to do that, to be in a country where now it doesn't always, it's not always, you don't always feel heard, but we are in a place where we are, the foundation is that we can speak our truth. And so I'm always thankful for that. And I'm very grateful for some of the connections that I have made through this process that we've been going through here. And I'm very grateful for some of the things that are said. And it was interesting because yesterday, so for those that have been following the saga, we've been talking a lot about personal rights here on the show, and through the advocacy work that I've been doing with our homeschooling community here in the state of Connecticut. Now, the hearing, or the bill that we've been following, had a vote on Wednesday, and it did vote through committee, even though we have been fighting tooth and nail to get that to not happen. And a lot of people are feeling afraid right now, and frustrated and concerned, and a lot of things. And so typically, when I'm feeling angry, I'm feeling some kind of way. A lot of us were feeling some kind of way after the vote happened on Wednesday. But I usually go to sleep and okay, next day, let's regroup the next day. But I woke up yesterday even more fired up than I was on Wednesday. And so one of the comments that was made during the vote, during the committee meeting, really had me upset. And the reason why is because a lot of these things that happen politically come in very last minute. And I don't mean necessarily a minute before, but and not a whole lot of time to plan. And so, if you are challenged with some of the things that are going on politically and you want to go up and have your voice heard, go to the Capitol building, it's a lot of logistics to get going on. There's a lot of families out there that could not go because they had to work. They couldn't risk losing their jobs. They didn't have someone to watch their kids. They were sick, whatever those reasons are. And one of the representatives had the nerve to say during the meeting that people probably didn't show up because they were abusing their kids. And I tried to sleep on it. Boys and girls, I tried to sleep on it. I tried to be like, don't let people saying ridiculous things bother you. But I woke up really fired up yesterday. Really fired up because how dare you? How dare you jump from somebody inability to show up to this is what they must be doing? Unacceptable, in my opinion. So I made a video. Almost 3,000 people have seen that video so far. Thank you so much for that, for sharing and for sharing your comments, sharing the video. And so I'm sitting with other things today. And I said to myself and a few other people yesterday, I said, I'm using my frustration and my anger for good right now. And that is to pinpoint the things that are being said that are completely ridiculous. I have certain editing skills. And by the way, just for reference, for those of you that saw that video, his part that he said was not edited at all. I took nothing out of what he said. I put comments in over top of what he said, but I took nothing out. And I think that for me, that's what responsibility looks like. I'm not going to pull out a little clip that benefits just what I say. I'm going to show you the whole thing. I'm going to give you my comments on it, and then I'm going to let you go ahead and make your own decision. So at any rate, what a joy it has been to use some of my video skills and the way that I have been able to process the information for good. Okay. That's been some of the joy for me. Some of the people that I've met, some of the, and like I said, the knowing that I am able to speak my truth and from my experience and all of that. So that is some of the joy that I have this morning, even though I did not feel 100% yesterday. I literally was making my videos with my laptop. I was trying to get some rest. And so I did what I could do, and I appreciate the support for sure. All right, heading over to the comments this morning. Miss Teresa's here today. Happy spring. Hugs for everyone today. Daniela's in the back with her hubby Miguel also. Good morning. Good morning. What a wonderful place to be on this beautiful Friday with you. Always a joy. Chocolate ice cream bringing me additional joy. Are you eating chocolate ice cream for breakfast? Because I'm here for it. Pass it over. Pass it over. Teresa loves 90s alternative. We're going to talk about all of that. Yes, listen. When I tell you I felt some kind of way yesterday, that's all I know. That is all I know. But there, like I said, there is so much, for me, there's a lot of joy. Obviously, it doesn't make me joyful to have these things going on. This is not what I expected to be doing, moving back to the state of Connecticut. But this is something else that I was sharing with somebody yesterday. I go back to there's my children, me, my parents, my grandparents, my great grandparents, his parents, 6 generations. 6 generations my family have been here in the state of Connecticut. And even though I know that the things that are going on are not directed personally at me, it feels very personal. It feels like this place that I loved so long and loved enough to move my whole family back here because I wanted to show them this place that I loved them so much, that I loved so much. I feel like it doesn't love me back. I feel like it feels very personal. It feels like it's unrecognizable where I've come back to. And so it's frustrating. But there's so much joy, as I said, and being able to speak your truth and being able to share, and also maybe even having a realization that there's a reason that you came back here. And even if it came to the point of where we said, hey, this place isn't for me anymore, I'm not going to be known for going out without a fight. So so there's that too. All right, everybody, it is Fun Friday, so let's get into the fun of it all. Danielle Valero's here today. Let's do it. Break out your scrunchies and your Ataris. It's time for Flashback Friday. Good morning, Danielle.
Good morning.
Live from the Sunshine State. It looks like the sun is shining today.
It is. It is.
Love it.
I'm telling you.
Love it. Are you enjoying overall, are you enjoying your trip?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Much needed.
Love it.
Much needed.
I saw a couple of your videos on the Facebook, and like the palm trees and the sun, and I'm like, well, we can't relate here because it's back in the damn 30s.
Oh no.
And I'm like, I know you're glad you're not here for this right now. I love it. I love it. Sang is in fact having chocolate ice cream for breakfast.
Wow.
That's how she's celebrating the first day of spring.
You do you, boo.
Listen. It's such a great idea. Listen, because I've had so many moments lately where I'm like, I deserve ice cream right now. A whole pint of it to myself is what I feel like. I know that everything that's been going on here has been interesting. We'll go with interesting to watch. And I kind of wanted to hear your perspective a little bit from the place of, you're not a homeschooling family.
No.
And so like, were you, before I said something to you as your friend, were you aware of what's going on? Because I think part of this, I just want to be like, sometimes people don't know what they don't know. And unless we are actively using our voices, people are going to continue to not know. But so what has been your perspective? Because it is different than me being in it.
Well, I mean, I'm part of some groups and stuff on Facebook where homeschooling and people advocating on the vaccines and stuff like that. So from those platforms, I start seeing a lot and everybody, putting in. And that was probably prior to the election. I've been a part of these groups. So I have some insight on it. And then obviously from you as well. So I'm well aware of a lot of it. Now, do I think I know things on a level as you do? Probably not. That's why sometimes I ask you a lot of questions so I can really dig deep, because I feel like sometimes it's hard to really truly know what's going on. And you really do have to go down kind of like a rabbit hole, digging, because a lot of things are surface level and you don't necessarily know exactly every little detail. They just kind of give you a little snippet of it. And then if you don't do digging, you don't really know what's going on. And then you don't think it's as bad as it really is.
Right. It's very true. And I'm so glad you said that about, this. You have to kind of choose to go down that rabbit hole if you
Yeah.
want to know what's going on, because I
Hmm.
can tell you, I don't on social media, I don't necessarily follow just one party or another
Yeah.
or one side of things or another, because I want to see what everybody's saying. And when SB6 came out, which isn't even the bill that I was talking about from this Wednesday, it's the one from the
Hmm.
last time on social media, it was presented at they presented all of these amazing parts of the bill, and they left all the other stuff that we were trying to have taken out of it out of what they were presenting
Yeah.
on social media. So if a person that isn't in the middle of what's going
Yeah.
on is not aware of the other pieces, they're feeding you exactly what they want you to know.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And some people aren't willing to like look into it. So they're like, oh, this isn't so bad. Why is everybody
Right.
so upset? This is fine. And then
Right.
they go about their day. So it's like, and I think that's what they want. They want people to just read surface level and go about their life and not really dig or care and
Right.
think it's, oh, this isn't bad. It's fine.
Right. Right. And that's another reason, like even when people share with me, like, I don't know what's going on. I know there's a lot of people that jump at other people and say, well, then you're part of the problem if you don't know what's going on. But my thing is that people don't know what they don't know. And
No,
there's a lot of people who we weren't taught in school to dig into it for
no.
ourselves. We were taught, this is what's the fact, this
Yep.
is what you learn. Ask me why I homeschool. This is a fact, this is what you learn. And that's it. Like, we weren't
Yeah.
taught to go, okay, but what happens when you dig into this and look further into the truth? It's people don't know what they don't know. So I don't get mad about it. I just say, well, on differently than what you might be hearing, here are some more of the facts, and then you can go make your own decision. Then it's your choice after
Right.
that, you know. Um,
Absolutely.
so, all of that being said, our topic today is not up for debate. 90s music was the greatest music era ever. And so I want to preface this though by saying that I grew up in a household and in a family really that appreciated a huge range of
Yeah.
music, old rock and roll to, classical to musicals to opera, to, there's a whole bunch of genres that I was exposed to as a child, and I'm very thankful for that because it helped me form like my love of music. And so as we're talking about this topic about 90s music, I will give my little disclaimer here, and that's that I'm not saying by any means that other musical eras did not produce amazing music. What we're discussing today is this clip from the On That Note podcast that is produced by Shawn Stockman from Boyz II Men. Love him. And
Yes.
if you haven't watched that show that he does, it's so good because he'll have musicians come on and he'll grab his guitar and they'll sit and they'll sing,
I've
like
seen it. Yeah.
remix songs from the 80s and 90s. It's so good, so good.
So good.
But he had L.A. Reid
Yeah.
on the show, and they got into this conversation about being musically rich. And so
Yeah.
we're going to talk through this today. I'm going to bring up the let's see, where is it? Okay, that's fine. We're going to bring this up and we're going to go through this together because there's so many points that are made that are amazing. So let's do this.
The era that you came into music happened to be one of the greatest eras of music.
I agree.
It was the most prolific, most productive,
most lucrative.
It was just that wasn't normal. It's like a child being born rich. He's just born. He don't know he's rich. You are born in an era of musical abundance. So you were musically rich, but you didn't know you were musically rich. You were born into it.
Let's think
Okay, so have you felt like, because I've felt that too. I felt
Yeah.
like we had so many, and they're going to get into this in a minute here, we'll see, but there were so many amazing genres that
Yeah.
just, it's with so many amazing songs that came out of each genre. How do you feel about it?
I agree. Like, I love the whole analogy that L.A. Reid used because he's so right. Like, when I listened to that clip, like, I got goosebumps because I was like, he's so right about that. Like, there was just so many artists that were so good, like top tier, and from so many different genres. So, like, we were just lucky, and
Yeah.
they were lucky, obviously, but we were so lucky to be around during that time when music was so rich. I feel that way, but I could be biased. I don't know.
Well, and you know what the interesting thing about this is too is that there's a lot of talk today, especially like in the entrepreneur communities that I'm a part of, about this idea of oversaturation. So, for example, if you are a business coach, there are umpteen business coaches out there. So then people
Right.
start to feel like, well, how can I stand out among it? I feel like if it truly was this musically rich era,
Mhm.
people were also not bothered. They came
No.
out, and I don't feel like there was this sense of competition that we see today. It was kind of like everybody came out and did their thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure there could have been stuff going on in the background or whatever, but on the surface, it just looked like everybody was doing their music and that was it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so let's continue this.
About this one sec, and then I'm gonna ask the last question. This is what came out, right? This is what was happening.
Yes.
Boyz II Men, Jodeci, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, Outkast, Wu-Tang, Nas, Jay-Z, Sade,
Mary J. Blige. TLC.
TLC,
Bill DeVoe.
Biggie, Tupac, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. God.
Okay,
God damn.
right? Like I
Yes.
saw that when I saw this
Oh,
clip.
God.
Until you take like that inventory,
Yeah.
you don't really have a clue. And then L.A. Reid goes on because
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Damn. This all came out within a span of 10
But you got to go to the
years.
other genres. You had like Green Day and Red
Then
Hot
you have
Chili
Green Day,
Peppers and
That's right.
Metallica,
That's right.
freaking
Nirvana.
Pearl Jam.
Pearl Jam, Soundgarden,
Soundgarden. Guns N' Roses.
Guns N'
This is all the
Roses.
same time period.
This is all
in that
the
5 years.
same Motley
In that
Crue.
5 years.
This was all the same time
Time.
period.
And now people wonder why we can't leave that era.
Right.
and now people want that.
There you go. There it is.
There it is. I'm just,
Boom.
and it's so true. Like
It
and
is.
and I think, you know, and to even add to this, like I was saying, I grew up in a household where my all the members of my family were really loved music as well, and their own thing. So bringing in some of those sounds from the 50s, 60s, 70s into the household also, I feel like I was in a very musically rich household, like just or family, because I was exposed to so much. And so I think even if children from our generation were not necessarily exposed to that at home, they certainly were on the radio.
Yes. Absolutely.
I love it. All right, let's finish the clip.
And that's why, guys.
It rained down on us, man, and we were so spoiled that we thought it should be this way for the rest of our lives.
That's a good perspective.
That is an amazing perspective
Yeah.
because I never looked at
Me
it.
neither.
that way.
Yeah.
That's why we had you today. We needed your perspective.
That's how I see it.
All right, so I feel that sort of that sense of entitlement almost because we had that kind of era of music. When
Yeah.
I listen to music today, and it's not to say there isn't some bops. There aren't some bops today. It's not to say
Bops.
that. But it wasn't like every song's a bop. you know? Like
Mhm.
I just don't feel that anymore. I know in general, you listen to a lot more current music than I do, I feel like. So how do you process through some of that? Like do you feel we could ever have another musical era like we did in the 90s? Do you think that will happen again?
I don't know. I mean, I wish, but I just, things have changed. I mean, and now like music is streaming too, just like we were talking about with like how the movies have changed and stuff. I feel like that's happened with music too. And I don't know, like I'm glad that we have these apps where we can make our own music lists and we can like shape it any way we want. And if we want to do a whole 90s thing or a whole grunge or all our favorite like pop music, or if we want to do like current things, or just maybe just nitpick out of every time period and like pick our favorites and put them all together too. So I mean that's fun, but the way I feel about current music is not the same as I felt about the 90s. And even going into the early 2000s, I mean, there was some really good stuff in the early 2000s as well. So, I mean, Nelly, like, there was so many. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's it for me. Like going from I think my big musical what you hear the most of on my playlists go from like late 70s to early 2000s. Like that chunk of time for me is where I put all of that together. But I also have in there like Pavarotti, The Guess Who, Bread, America. I mean, I could go on and on and on. Steely Dan. There's a whole bunch of people that are on my playlist that are outside of that genre. But you're right in that, like, I make my own playlist usually with the mashups that I want. But if I go to when I say walk into my kitchen and I don't have my phone on me to choose one of my playlists, and I say, hey, I'm not going to say it because some of y'all's devices will go off. I say, hey, if I just say random playlist, it's always play a 90s playlist every time.
Yep.
Every time. Any pre-made playlists, I always say that because other playlists, it's just guaranteed that there's going to be a song that I just, I'm not feeling in the moment, but I'm always feeling every song on a 90s playlist.
Yeah.
For sure.
Me too.
For sure.
You can't go wrong with 90s playlists. You just can't. No matter what direction it goes in, no matter what genre it's in.
Yeah. Yeah. Miguel was saying, I think new technology makes that more difficult. Elaborate what you mean by that, Miguel, because makes what more difficult. In the 90s, they relied on musical instruments, studios, and producers. Now that can be created with a computer. It's true that we're coming into a very new age right now. And it does bring a lot of things to the surface. And I sort of want to like kind of debunk something for just a moment here, because we are in this new world of AI where people are using AI to help produce music. AI helped me produce the theme song of this show. And you can take like your lyrics and your voice and your vibe, and you can have AI do like a little mashup with it, which is essentially what we did on the network this year. And there's people that are posting that it takes no talent at all to do those things. And the interesting thing about being a person that uses AI a lot, I can tell you it takes a long period of time, first of all, to get AI to do what you want it to do. If you try, any of you ever try to make an image with AI and you have like 5 arms on a person and like you say, I want, a midlife woman with, salt and pepper hair, and you'll get a young man with red hair. Like it just sometimes you just don't get what you want out of it. And there's a lot of tweaking that has to happen.
Mhm.
And the things that go in there have to come from somewhere. So for example, the lyrics to You Are the Joy were my lyrics. I had my voice put in there. I had, all of these things in order to get the result that I wanted. And so I don't like when I'm seeing this whole thing about how it takes away all creativity and it's not real, because it still is very real. And like Miguel was talking about, they relied back then on all of these things where now it's just digital. So it is a little bit of a different world.
Yeah, it's different, but also easier, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's less buttons to be pushing, and yeah.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It was the best playlist yesterday, 90s. I mean, it's my favorite, it's my go-to. Who do you think, like, which musicians for you really defined the 90s? Like if you were like
Ooh.
next to 90s music in the encyclopedia, there's a picture of, who would it be?
Well, starting really early in the 90s, because 1990, I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
I would say I was a big fan of New Kids on the Block. I mean, who wasn't? Like New Kids on the Block, I had the fanny pack, I had the curtains, I had the sheets, the pillowcases, the dolls, like
The dolls.
you name it, I had it. I had everything New Kids on the Block. I was obsessed. And then you move on and you have Mariah Carey, TLC, Salt and Peppa. Can't go wrong with Salt and Peppa. Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, Aaliyah, Alanis Morissette. Loved her. Had her poster on my wall.
Yes.
I mean, Boyz II Men. And I got to see them in concert. They're amazing. Like, oh my God. So amazing. Like their voices are like butter. I don't know, like Tupac. I mean, you can't go wrong with Tupac. Like he's, I don't know, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yes.
There were so many to like name. Like I wrote a few down. I'm like, there's just so many. Guns N' Roses. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Jody.
Miguel mentioned John Cicada. John Cicada.
Yes, with him.
I love. So who wants to hear a fun fact? You ready? I probably maybe 3 or 4 seasons ago, I invited John Cicada on the Breakthrough Show because I love John Cicada. And I was in this period of time where I was trying to bring more nostalgia and music and things like that into the network. And I was like, John Cicada's it for me. Like I had the cassette tape, wore it out. With Just Another Day and Angel and all of these incredible songs, right? And so now listen, over the years I've invited a lot of celebrities onto the Breakthrough Show Network, and a lot of times I don't hear back at all. I heard back from John Cicada's team, and not only yes, I was like, I don't even care that he's not on the show. I have made it.
Yeah, they answered me. At least his team answered me.
Right. But they were like, they even said, because at the time he was in the middle of like some management things. He had new management coming on, and they explained that. And they said, so it's just not a good time for him to commit to something. And then they said, but we really want to tell you that we were so impressed when we looked at your brand and we saw, everything you're doing with the network. Keep up the good work. And I was like, this is the nicest thing ever.
Like, I've made it in life.
I know.
Oh my God,
so,
Miguel would die. You guys are like super fans together.
Raise your hand if you think it's time for me to reach back out to John Cicada. I'll raise in my own hand.
Miguel's gonna want to be a part of that show.
He's gonna crash out, as the kids
dream.
Say. Yes. Teresa's saying Eve 6, Dirty Head, Seether. That was another good one. 3 Days Grace, RHC. Muse, Slipknot, Guns N' Roses. Yeah, see, Teresa's definitely in the alternative and rock genre for sure. And you and I got to see an amazing band last week, Everclear, which I mean,
Everclear.
I just felt like that whole show at the Wolf Den at Mohegan Sun Casino in Uncasville, Connecticut. It was like, I don't know. I just was taken back. Like,
I felt like I was in another world while I was there. Like,
yes.
I don't know. It just felt like it wasn't real. I don't know. Like
Mhm.
I was dreaming, and there was so many people, and normally I don't like that.
Yeah.
It's like I didn't even see anybody. Like
yes.
I didn't
Same.
feel all the crowd around me. I was just kind of like in the music, having fun, enjoying
Yeah.
it.
And that's why I love, going to things like 90s Con and stuff as well,
Oh, yeah.
because and I've shared this before. I've been very transparent about this. After I come back from 90s Con, I feel tremendous grief. And it takes me a good week or two to really like come back to reality. And because you go back to a time, and I imagine it's the same like for our parents when they think back to when they grew up. It's that it's nostalgic. It's like when we grew up, wish I could go back there kind of thing. But I really feel it hard, and I and because as you were going through and like mentioning some of the musical names, I can put myself in, like, I think back to moments where, like, okay, Mariah Carey. I remember being at Amanda Sherrod's house when and listening to
I remember her.
Yes, listening to the first what was the song? Hold on. It's the album that had Vanishing on it. The song All in Your Mind. I remember hearing that song and being like, I love this. I love Mariah Carey, and then like being at Kate Lilacs' house for a sleepover when Mariah Carey's Always Be My Baby came out. That whole album, Music Box and all. Anyway, I'm just taken somewhere. A lot of times, anytime I hear Technotronic, I'm back at the roller skating rink in Groton, which is now no more. But every time I can see myself, I'm getting emotional here. I can see myself walking up to the thing, getting my skates, buying some of the, the neon, the glow bracelets and the, all of the glow things and everything, the keychains, the cush balls, I'm just taken right back there with certain music. I remember listening to No Doubt on the bus. On the bus from Groton to when I was going to St. Bernard's. And so there are these songs that take me to very specific moments and specific people in my head. And it becomes especially challenging when maybe that place isn't there anymore, or you're not connected to that person anymore. Or maybe your relationship has changed with that person. It's a lot. Yeah.
No, I agree with you.
It's a lot. I'm just gonna say that DJ Screw in Texas has forever been a staple for me. Pretty sure that explains a lot. I don't know who that is, but I'm gonna have to look it up.
Wow.
We saw Everlast, Big B, Aberdeen, Lit, so good. So good. I have the my set list from Lit out there when we saw them at the Wolf Den, and they threw me their bass pick. It was amazing. Wow. Sick Puppies and more. Love it. So much music and so much to talk about with that, but you got to answer the question. Do you feel like 90s music was the greatest music era ever? Do you feel that we were musically rich? Let us know. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back after this.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. Today is Friday, March 20th, 2026. We are almost to Q2 of 2026, you guys. I promised myself I would not talk about time this year, but here we are talking about time. Danielle's here with me today. This has been Fun Friday, Flashback Friday, talking about the music of the 90s and being, I feel, musically rich. I just do. I always felt that way. I cannot believe I incarnated for avocados and 90s alternative rock. I love you, Teresa.
Wait a minute. Oh, she loves avocados?
Yes, loves avocados and 90s rock. Like, she got to be here for this. Like, this is the life. Yes, 90s, yes. Everything. I am feeling the music, the sitcoms, the talk shows, all of it.
Oh,
we have to talk about the talk shows.
The talk shows were everything in the 90s.
Guys, that may be the next episode.
So is Bob Barker. Not a talk show, but come on.
Somebody was talking about that on the. I need to go back and try to find that post. I should have saved it when I saw it, but I was very tired. They were talking about his long microphone, and you remember, it was like this big. He's the only one that ever used a microphone like that. Top. We need to talk about the talk shows for sure, though, because I couldn't. I didn't change my glasses before I came on here this morning to my red glasses. My red glasses are my computer glasses, and now that's why I can't see anything this morning. But I didn't change the red one. But when I did, I had my red lipstick and my red glasses on for the Ripley show, and they were like, "Oh my God, it's Sally Jessica Raphael."
Sally Jessica. That's hilarious.
But it was, I think back to, I never growing up was like, I want to host a talk show when I grow up. But there's a lot of things I can share with you about things that I did and things that I said back in the time, which could have absolutely been foreshadowing today. The game shows, the news interviews with Barbara Walters, all of it.
Legit.
All of that being said, it is time for birthdays, everybody. Here we go.
Happy birthday to you.
That's all I can think now in my head is too legit to quit.
Yeah, that's literally what popped up. That's what I was like, too legit to quit. Speaking of the 90s.
Welcome back to the crazy show. Every Friday this happens. Okay, so in the world of celebrity today, let me tell you, it just tickled me today when I saw the birthdays because it is the 31st birthday of Young Gravy. Now, let me tell you something. What? I'm not a big Young Gravy fan. However, there is one particular song, Betty Get Money, that because he samples Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley, which is my jam. I don't care. It plays in my freezer.
I knew it.
And so I saw that and I cranked it up on my computer and I was dancing and the girls were like, and I was like,
yeah.
Anyway,
Feeling it.
happy birthday, Young Gravy. Actor Bruce Willis is 72 years old today. So sad watching his story, though, and everything that he's got going on health wise. So, wishing a very happy birthday to Bruce Willis. Comedian and podcaster Theo Vaughn is 47 years old today.
Love him. I went to go see him.
Did you?
Last year. I think it was last year. Yeah.
How did I not know this?
I don't know if it was Mohegan Sun or Foxwoods. I think it was. No, it wasn't. It was the Webster Theater or something like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, I went to see him. It's very funny.
Love that.
It's my kind of humor.
An amazing actress and another staple of I feel like our childhood and stuff as well. Glenn Close is 80 years old today, everybody.
Oh, wow.
80 years old today. Love
Goodness.
it. Also, another flashback. Rachel Blanchard is 51 years old today. She's an actress. She played Cher in the TV version of Clueless in the show. I loved the movie, but I didn't really get into the show that much. But I know that she played Cher in that. But she's also I think it said she was in The Summer I Turned Pretty. My girls watch that. I have not seen it. Have you watched that show?
I watched like maybe 2 episodes and then I was like, I'm not feeling it. And I stopped. So
yeah, I don't know.
Do a lot. Like I'm very picky about what I'm going to give my time to with shows. Like, is this going to be worth it? It's sometimes I can watch 10 minutes, 15 minutes and I'm like, yeah, no, this isn't for me. I gave that one 2 episodes and I was like, nah.
Listen, I'm watching this other train wreck right now on Netflix that's called Age of Attraction.
That's what I'm watching.
Are you watching that too?
And then at some point, are you like, why am I watching this?
Yes.
I've gotten
Yes.
There.
I can't turn away and I also don't like it.
Yeah, I'm getting like the ick a little bit on them living together and some of the stuff that's coming. And I'm like,
yes,
why
of it
watching this?
Which has nothing to do with birthdays, but I had to interject that. I'm so sorry. This
is what happens to us every time.
No. All right. Yesterday, the celebrities in my life. Yesterday was Ferran Dozier's birthday, everybody. He is my co-host on Beyond 2D. You can go to our virtual community, the breakthroughshownetwork.club. Go there, go to one of and you'll find our community map. And when you go there, go to the birthday suite. When you go to the birthday suite, you can go check out the room that I made for him for his birthday. You can wish him happy birthday in the chat and all of that. For those of you that are hosts on the network, the link is already in our host chat. But happy birthday, Ferran Dozier. And also a friend of mine from growing up who also pops into my head every time I hear Salt and Pepper. Kalina Gray has a birthday today. Happy birthday to you. All right. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Young Gravy, Bruce Willis, Theo Vaughn, Glenn Close, Rachel Blanchard, Ferran Dozier, and Kalina Gray. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating. We hope you have a fabulous day, week, month, year, however long you'd like to celebrate of your birthday. Coming up this afternoon, we have an all-new episode of The Breakthrough Show happening at 2 p.m. You saw her hubby on the show for the premiere, Merrick McCarthy, but the amazing wife will be joining us. She's the creator of the Global Business Plaza, and one of my good friends, Peggy McCarthy, is going to be here this afternoon at 2 p.m. Eastern time, so don't miss that show. She's a photographer. She is a businesswoman. She's a lot that she does to make this world a better place, and I'm excited to have a conversation with her this afternoon. We also have co-working. We have coffee tomorrow. We have all kinds of stuff going on. Teresa is hosting her next neurographic art class tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely get plugged in for that. And as always, you can see all of our events and amazing things we have going on by going to the breakthroughshownetwork.com or .club and get subscribed to our calendar. Anything you want to leave with the people today, Danielle?
I don't know. I'm just trying to live my best life in Florida. I got away from all the cold and darkness, and I got to go see dolphins yesterday, which dolphins are like everything to me. I can't even express that. I remember one time seeing dolphins, and that's when I realized, like, I don't know if they're my spirit animal or what, but every time, and I think it's lyrics in a song, to be honest, from Hootie and the Blowfish, Dolphins Make Me Cry. But I don't know if he was talking about like the team or actual dolphins, but dolphins make me cry, like in a good way, like the energy, like I don't know what it is, but I was the happiest I've been in a long time seeing dolphins.
I love that.
Do something.
And Teresa said
they make me buzz.
Teresa said, I adore dolphins. I don't know if you've ever been in her virtual office, but there are dolphins out her window. I don't know if you've ever been in there, but it's very cool. It's very cool.
I'm now, it's another obsession of mine. Like I find things and I obsess over them, like chickens. I don't know.
Just like we obsess over 90s music, everybody.
That too.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining wherever you are in the world today. We appreciate you. Even if you come in on the replay, head over to the comments. Let us know how you're doing and what is bringing you joy today. We'll see Danielle in a couple weeks, and we gotta have the talk show conversation. That is gonna happen very soon. Very soon, if not next time. Absolutely. All right, everybody. I'm Jessica Dugas. This is Danielle Valero, and we want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day. And we'll see you next time. Have a good weekend, everybody.